One name keeps coming up in the Epstein files that nobody saw coming. It's not a politician, not some Wall Street billionaire, someone you watched on television for nearly 20 years. Someone whose whole career, their entire public identity, was built on one word: kindness. And the connection between that person and Jeffrey Epstein's world, it goes way deeper than just a passing mention in a document. We're going to get into all of it, but first, let's talk about what's actually inside these files, because some of what people find in there is going to make your stomach drop.
You've probably already heard a little about the Epstein files. Maybe you've seen the headlines, or maybe you've gone down the rabbit hole yourself. Either way, people want to know which names actually appeared in the documents, what the files really say, and why the story is still dominating the news. That's exactly what this video explores. It looks at the coded language hidden in official FBI emails, voicemails, and private messages. Before going further, there's no need to deeply explain who Epstein was or what he did, since most people already know. But for anyone unfamiliar, he ran a trafficking network that abused young girls and used his wealth, private island, and powerful connections to remain untouchable for years. He was arrested in 2019 and later found dead in a federal jail cell under mysterious circumstances. After years of public pressure, the government passed the Epstein Files Transparency Act, forcing the release of millions of documents, including FBI memos, emails, and flight logs. Nearly 7 million pages were released at first, and in January 2026 another 3.5 million pages became public. Within hours, people began uncovering shocking details. Attorney General Pam Bondi also released a list of over 300 names, described as government officials and politically exposed individuals mentioned somewhere in the files, powerful names from across politics, business, and influence. However, many lawmakers were not happy with Bondi's handling of the situation last week.
Do you swear or affirm under penalty of perjury that the testimony you're about to give is true and correct to the best of your knowledge, information, and belief, so help you God?
I did.
How many have you indicted?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question.
No,
Your
you're going to answer the
theatrics are
question the way I
ridiculous.
asked it. The survivors of these heinous crimes deserve better from this Department of Justice. In particular, it is shocking that the department did not redact the names of Epstein's victims, but it did redact the names of their abusers.
It is about you taking responsibility for your Department of Justice and the harm that it has done to the survivors who are standing right behind you and are waiting for you to turn to them and apologize.
Have you apologized to President Trump, all of you who participated in those impeachment hearings against Donald Trump? You all should be apologizing.
Being mentioned in the Epstein files does not automatically mean someone did something wrong. Some names appear because they were in news articles sent to Epstein, listed in media digests, or simply found in address books. That distinction matters, and it's important to separate what the documents actually say from what people assume they say. One of the most controversial aspects of the files is the unusual language used in private emails. Words like pizza appear hundreds of times, often in contexts that seem unrelated to food. Other terms such as cheese and beef jerky also appear repeatedly in strange conversations. Some lawmakers who reviewed the documents said the phrasing felt disturbing or coded, while experts suggested the words could be euphemisms. However, none of this has been officially confirmed. The files also triggered massive online attention when Attorney General Pam Bondi released a list of over 300 names mentioned somewhere in the documents. The list included famous figures such as Jay-Z, Beyoncé, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Richard Branson, Bill Gates, Michael Jackson, and Elvis Presley. However, many of these names appear only because they were referenced in articles, media summaries, or other indirect records. Some individuals do have documented contact with Epstein, including Richard Branson, Larry Summers, and Leon Black, though none of them have been criminally charged. The controversy grew further when the name of TV host Ellen DeGeneres appeared in media digests found in the files. Fact-checking organizations found no direct emails or evidence linking her to criminal activity, but the internet quickly began connecting unrelated events and past controversies. The broader reason these theories spread so widely is public distrust. High-profile scandals involving figures like Harvey Weinstein, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, and Sean Diddy Combs have made many people believe powerful individuals can hide wrongdoing for years. Adding to the skepticism is the conviction of Ghislaine Maxwell, who was found guilty of helping Jeffrey Epstein traffic minors but never publicly revealed the names of clients. Because many documents remain redacted or incomplete, questions about Epstein's full network continue to fuel speculation across the internet.
So I want you to drop your thoughts in the comments. Which name hit you the hardest? Do you actually think justice is ever going to come from these files? I want to know what you think, and I read every single comment.